All right, guys. You guys hear me good? Let me know in the chat. You guys can hear me. Hopefully, everything's working out with the mics, the picture display. It looks all right. We could do better, but yeah. How's it going? How's it going? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, we're going to want to talk about this slate today. Oh, you know what I should probably do? I should probably change the title. Not Thursday, but Friday. Friday Night Lights. These guys need to work on their titles or better. You know what I mean? Friday Night Lights. MLB. Live before lock. GPP picks. Boom, guys. Now that's a title. I could probably spell things right. We'd be golden. All right. So yeah, I hope the title changed. We got 80 of you in here. What's up, Slick? What's up, Clay Davis? How you guys doing today? Bringing some energy. I've had a rough night. I'm probably gonna go to bed tonight early. Not gonna be sweating anything tonight. It's gonna be get some rest. You like Baltimore stack already? Yes, I do. I do. If you throw over to the playbook right here, you can see that I got all those stacked out. I'm gonna check my stack projections page quick that I pull these from. Make sure our Orioles are still up there. They're middle of the pack. I like them, which we got them right here. Oh man, you guys can't see that screen when I change, can you? Son of a B. Hang on. I want a screen. Hang on. All right. Now this should work better. All right. Here we go. Boom. There's the Baltimore stack. I got them highlighted here in green. They were a little bit owned, is why we're getting some ownership on them. So if we come now there, see the screen changes. Perfect. So if we want to look at our team, we right click here, we go to Baltimore, we pick them, and they pop up. And then I'm going to do another filter by goalies projection set. I'm going to filter by player projection. So these are little tricks you can do. And then I'm going to do a filter. What is it? Greater than or equals. No. Yeah, greater than or equals to 0. Was it 0 I had to put in there? No, I want 1, right? No, what did I put in there last time? 1, right? Yeah. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. Boom. That should fix that problem. Boom. All right. So these are the Baltimore starters. Hopefully, maybe a couple guys still on here that we got projected that aren't playing anymore. So that kind of screws up the ranks. But I think the guys in green are the statuses. We might have to put a fix in for that. What up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I know you probably already subscribed. But yeah, so Orioles are a stack that I like today. There's quite a few stacks we can get behind. Their ownership is looking to be where the hell is that at? Right there. Not that bad on a couple guys. Like Gunner's one of my favorites. He's in a tough spot though. Shortstop usually can get pretty heavy. If we don't want to sort by team, we can sort by everyone, and we go position by position, which I like to do. I don't like jumping around like this, but I mean, Gunner's kind of down the list a little bit, so it probably brings his ownership down a little bit. But he's decent value. There's some other guys that are higher value. Let's start at pitcher. Kind of want to give a quick rundown, everybody. So hopefully we go through Strider's obviously the projected number 1. He's up by 5 points, so that's a high projection for a starter. Dylan Cease I didn't mention Cease. He's not at a bad price. Against Oakland, I mean, I like that. You like Texas, Rich B? Yeah, I didn't put them on my list today. Let me see if they climbed a little bit late here this afternoon. They actually went down, but that's fine. They're just not good value. They can all score run. I mean, they got big bats, right? But they're hard to get in for price wise. So I guess it'd be like the Dodgers or the Braves, right? But like if you want to play Texas, that's fine. You can still play those cheap pitchers, which is fine. And then you just use Texas expensive bats. So Seager does rate out. Maybe I like him more as a mini stack, probably. I'm getting a lot of Irvin. Yeah, let's look at this. Pitchers. Irvin down here at 5,000 against Colorado. He's about 20% owned now. Projected for almost 14 fantasy points. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good for 5K. It's he's got a real good value score here is what we want to look at. So, There's like even Cisa 8-9 has got a decent value score, and Senga compared to Strider. I mean, it's hard to pay 13K for a pitcher. I don't remember the last time we were paying 13K for pitchers. I thought his price would come down a little bit. That'd be tricky if he got down in like the 10 to 11K range. I think that'd be very interesting on what to do. And he's getting some ownership in the aggregate here. Maybe Woodruff's not, but I mean, the Padres are kind of projected as a decent stack. I got them up here on my list. I mean, I didn't highlight them guys, but they're up here. Some of the, I'm kind of on the Braves, the Orioles, the Dodgers, stacks I like. The weather report looks good for pretty much everything. This is free, guys. You guys want to go to Roto Grinders MLB Weather, you can get this for free because it kind of updates you on all the games. And yeah, any other questions, guys, you have on the slate? Just throw them in the chat. 11 of you in here. Hit the like button, as always, we say. I'm just trying to go over a few things on my end on the other screen. Occasionally is why I'm looking away. Just to make sure some of the playbook's still up to date. It looks fine. Making sure we're checking our tweeter. We're checking our tweeter. Actually, I need a tweet deck. We got all the starting lineups out. We do. Probably don't actually. So let me pull my tweet deck up. Make sure. Tweet deck. All right. We got a Atlanta lineup, and I think they play late tonight, right? So we even got a Atlanta lineup. So yeah. Well, most of the lineups are in. That's pretty good. Okay. So let's go. We did pitchers. We're on DraftKings, I think. Yeah. I don't. It's really wonky. I guess I haven't really used the new one. I need to do a playbook build this weekend, but that's what it is. All right, let's go through catcher. Who do we like at catcher today? So we like our stacks. We like Braves, obviously. Obviously the top catchers are Rushman and Will Smith. We like them. I didn't post any, Cal Raleigh. All he hits is dingers, right? What about my New York Mets? You know what? The funny thing about them is they had really good weather today in the Mets game. So the Mets game has really good weather. But they're projected very low. Let's see if they came up any. No, they're still on the bottom against Sandoval. They're not bad value. I don't mind it. Let me see the value again. And it's because a couple of the guys are high priced. It screws up. But I mean, you got Mets catcher right here. I mean, no ownership on him at 3%. Real Mateau. I mean, the Seattle Mariners would be a team that I didn't put on there that could be a sleeper team. Against Brady Singer. They're kind of mid pack. They're in the middle, I guess. They didn't really rise or fall any. So yeah, so that's my catcher breakdown. Grandel at 2,800. He's probably the cheap option, getting a little bit more ownership. It's very spread out at catcher today, guys. So yeah, very spread out at catcher. So let's go to first base quick. I'm trying to give it like a quick position by position. I usually I wish they still had the teams. I think they're going to bring the teams on the filters back so I can like click each team. I kind of like doing the teams so I can look at each team and see the ownership of the entire team. When I build lineups, I like to look at the ownership of the entire team. So that's why I'll filter out by the team and then go team by team and be like, hey, I'm going to stack the Dodgers, like who's low owned and who's high owned type thing. First base is probably pretty hard. I mean, there's a lot of good guys. Like, I take all these guys at the top. Mountcastle at 4,500. He might be one of the better value guys that we like. He is getting owned a little bit more because of that, and then Freeman's getting owned. But the rest of these guys, there's some big bats right here. Harper's at first base eligible. Walker there. Pete Alonso. I mean, we talked about the Mets in the question there. Turner for Boston. I mean, he's low owned. I mean, Boston does grade out really well today as an overall stack, and they're decently ranked for point per dollar, so it's not a bad one. I mean, White Sox and the Pirates are the best point per dollar stacks on the day for value. So yeah, Braves are probably the worst, obviously, and the Dodgers aren't that bad actually. I don't mind the Dodgers but they pinch hit, man. They've been taking guys out after 2 bats on me. Really frustrating with 2 zeros in my lineup, and I had Mookie the other day, Freddie Freeman, and someone else that had like 15 points or something. And Mookie had like 24, and Freeman had like 20 something. And I was like, man, if the other guys just did anything, we'd be fine. All right, Matt Olson down here at 6,400. He's quite pricey, but no one's going to own these guys. They're going against Logan Webb. It's not the greatest matchup, so it's not a bad matchup if you want to take advantage of the leverage there. All right, Mookie at the top at second. I like playing him always at second because second just sucks. I mean, normal. We got a 12 gamer today, so like maybe it's not as bad. You got like Horner. These guys are expensive though. Marte, Semien. But I mean, that's a Texas stack you guys talked about. He's gonna be low owned. He's a big bat. You could go like Seager, Garcia, Semien as a 3-man stack. I don't mind that. That's really gonna get you different. Then you can go with a chalky, um, White Sox low owned value stack or something with those 3 big bats, and then you can still probably get a pay up pitcher or one of those mid level pitchers. So yeah. So I mean, if you want, we can build. Let's just finish what we're doing. I get jumping around too much. All right, third base. We're gonna do Devers. He's higher owned. Muncy there. Gunnar Henderson, I like there a lot. He's lower owned. I like Hayes. He's batting the leadoff spot tonight, so he's not 7th. That's good. Riley's 3rd. He's viable, low owned. Kim's price is up. Steer's price is up. I don't like any of these guys really. White Sox batting 5th right there. We got Makata. He's 3,200 with some power. Morel's down here a little bit. So these guys are rating a little bit. Kiki's down here. I don't mind him either in that Boston or the Dodgers stack. Again, they're playing Boston at Boston. So, I mean, that's kind of like a revenge game for them. So, I mean, this would be a good value. Play at 2.34. I like that. Any more questions, guys? Fireman. A couple more people showed up in the chat. Hit that like button. I'm watching on Restream, so I'm seeing everything's coming in from YouTube. So, yeah, man. So, hopefully I'm giving you guys a good breakdown. If you haven't caught the whole breakdown, we're going to build a lineup probably. I always end up building a lineup. I say I'm just going to go player by player, and then I end up building a lineup. Seager at shortstop. We talk about that Texas stack. So a couple guys are rated pretty high in Texas, like Seager and Semien, probably Garcia, Trey Turner, Bichette. Edmonds probably batting leadoff is why he's popping a little bit more today, 4,500. Cam Anderson, I mean, his price is really low, and he's going to be high owned. So that's what I said. If you guys want to do like a mini stack, or I mean, you could do a mini stack of, what was I gonna say? Mini stack of the White Sox, and then do a big spend up bat stacks, and still play your double cheap pitcher. You could do that, or you could do a 5-man White Sox, and then do like the 3 Semien and Garcia and Seager, and you got options there. So Mookie's at the top. Corbin Carroll, his price is down actually 300 from like yesterday, so it's not bad. Acuna's price is up 100 actually. Luis Robert, he's expensive White Sox, and he's actually pretty chalky for 5,500. You got a lot of good bats here, guys, though. So some of my stacks, obviously, we're going to want to correlate the stacks. You like Santana at 4,000 is a really good play, I think. His ownership's only 9%. So there's Hayes at 3,800. His price is up a little bit, and he's at 9%. Garcia here at 5,400. He's down $100, but still. Cedric Mullins, what's he batting today? I think he might be out, actually. Let's pull my tweet deck up. Tweet deck. Where is their lineup? Rosario scratched for the Dodgers, so be careful if you got him in anything. Will Brennan scratched. So be careful if you're stacking, building lineups earlier and running them through here. I don't even see Baltimore. All right, regardless, we went through all the positions. We're going to build some lineups. So what do we do when we build lineups? Well, do we want any game stacks? I don't really mess with that. Found an easy way to do this. Boom. Uncheck all these stupid. Okay, never mind. Uncheck all those things. Come down here, grab my 3 that I want. Team stacks, 5-man stacks. Maybe we want some Baltimore at like 2%. White Sox 2%. I do little numbers and then kind of grow. So I want 5%, 5%. You guys want some Texas. We don't want this one 5. Boom. All right. So let's just run it there. And then let's go back to our players. We're not going to get a lot of Cole Irvin probably. So we're going to want to bump that up. Where the hell is he at? So min exposure, maybe like 20%. And then we like Brandon. Did they scratch my guy here? Oh, no, he's here against Cincy. I like him too, Brandon P. So let's put 20% there. So now we're going to go to our lineup builder. We're going to build like, I don't know. What do we want to build? I hate how they do the min salary. Drives me nuts. 49,400. This will be for the lottery. 150 max GPP. I don't mess with this usually. That's pretty good. Pool size. Is that all the lineups? Build sims or optimizer. I don't care. Let's just build 100 lineups. Boom, 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 boom. See what happens, right? Let's see what happens. We got some percentage changes. We got a few things. We'll see what we get. We got a couple pitchers we want. So what's up? All right, guys, fire in those questions. I want to see those questions. I'm gonna go on another screen quick and make sure things are up to date while this is working its magic. I'm working its magic. Also, guys, if you haven't checked out the playbook, I post this every day. Sorry that it's been kind of lame for the top. I've had a lot going on this week, the last couple of weeks, actually, a lot. And then the next couple of weeks, we're doing daily videos for football right now. We're doing all kinds of stuff. So it's getting pretty busy. The playbook will back off come football season. So we have to kind of watch what days this is going to be available and not available. Okay. So this is kind of a good stack list. I can almost put this in here probably every day, but I can't elaborate that heavy every day. Um, so you just got to kind of take what I'm giving you and then figure out what I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jesse, what is going on after you build? Do you have a preference of whether you click large slate or projection? Ooh, yeah. I should have probably did that before too, right? I have Goldie's projection on, I think. Ooh, large slate. Yeah, this is kind of a interesting one. I have not messed with this yet. Um, Sorting lineups by large slate. I mean, it depends on the slate that you want, but usually we do the Saber score, right? And then I would leave it maybe the 10K. It's actually probably not that big today, to be honest with you, but I would do a large slate. I like these options now. There's a lot of options. So I would leave large slate because we have a 12 gamer. It's going to give us some weird stuff. It's going to give us Cardinals and stuff that I don't even probably want. Stack exposure, we got 56 5 threes, which that's pretty good. We like 5 threes. Our game stacks, we might have a few. St. Louis Phillies is popular. We added some, I wish I could look at my stack exposure. Oh, right here. Yeah, duh. Team stacks, duh. So we're getting a lot of Dodgers. Okay. We're getting some St. Louis, which I didn't talk about. We're getting the White Sox, which are value. We're getting these guys because I added some of them in. So yeah, now we want to move this over and look at our lineups, right? Right. Look at all these lineups we built. We got a Dodgers, White Sox, exactly what I talked about. Cease we talked about, and Irving we talked about. This is a good looking lineup, right? I mean, a little different. We got a guy that's lower owned in the White Sox stack. Peralta's lower owned at 3,000. Muncy, Betts, Freeman, Will Smith. Cease. I actually really like that lineup. I would save that lineup. I thought we could save lineups. Did I miss something? Save all lineups? What if I wanted to save one lineup? I don't know. I like that lineup though. All right, I would like that lineup so we can save all 100. I don't care. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I thought I seen the button yesterday where there's like a little star, but I guess not. Okay. All right, never mind. We won't talk about that. Let's just go through these. Another White Sox one we like here with Kiki, 50,000 salary usage. This one didn't use all the salary. Lock button. That puts it in the favorites, right? Locking this lineup will guarantee that is within your selected lineup set. Okay. I'll see if it works. Oh, shit, because I put all the lineups in there. Damn it, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, language. So how do I remove the lineups? Does this remove them? Son of a bee. I got all messed up. Damn. I had it right, too. Am I in favorites? Because I don't even see the lineup that I saved. Come on, man. All right, we got a little practicing to do with this. Yeah. Thanks, Clay. All right. We need to. I just usually hand build I'm only building 2 tonight, so I'll just go back and hand build them. But I want to save some of these and look at them as I'm building with hand because I only got 25 minutes to build, and I'm using this to take on my light work. We're getting a lot of Dodgers, so probably want a Dodger one for sure. I was trying to find an Atlanta one. That's what I really wanted to find. I don't know if we even got one. Let's do a shortcut. I think we can do a shortcut. So we go team stacks. Atlanta. I want to see those ones. Okay. Unable to meet exposures. Okay. Well, I just want to look at the Atlanta stacks. Okay. This is the double cheap pitcher we got 56 and 5,000, right? We got Acuna, Riley, Olson, Marte. We got a bunch of, I don't like that lineup though. Riley, Olson, I like that. Acuna, double cheap. Oh, yeah. I'd rather like to keep. Ooh, I really like this one here. This one looks good. This one's got, wow, this one really looks good, actually. Look at this one. Guys, look at this lineup here. We got a juicy one here. Do you guys see this one? I like this one. Rosario, which I like. Arcia, I think this guy hits a homer every time I don't roster him, so maybe I should roster him. We got Travis Arnaud, which he's in the game today. I like him. He's cheaper at catcher than Sean Murphy. Obviously, look at the ownership, very low owned. I don't like how it's got no Riley and no Olson because those are my favorite guys. But like Bush is cheap here, and he's to get a good cheap exposure to that game. Mookie Betts and Freeman are great plays. Like those are phenomenal plays. I mean, this is like I might even put this lineup in, guys. I might put that lineup in, so don't steal that one. Okay, don't steal that one. 14 watching, hit that like button. All right, any other questions? Because I'm probably gonna put that lineup in, and let's move on to a different lineup. So you don't see what I'm putting in. I might put that lineup in. I wanted the Orioles. Like, see, this is what I wanted. Orioles with like Braves. So like, if we really want to do it right, so we gotta see if there was no 3-man stacks for the Orioles. It was the Dodgers and Atlanta 3-man stacks. See that one we had? That's pretty good. So it's a lot of one-offs. So here's a good lineup with Acuna, Riley, 5 Orioles. Now this one I can get behind right here. Leaves a little too much money on the table. In Kettle Marte, eh? I almost think we should swap to Olson. Do Olson, Riley, Acuna, and then put in the second baseman. But there's Orioles never have a second baseman ever. And they do. Westenberg's in the game tonight, but he is a little pricey. 3,500 for a guy I don't really like. Yeah, he's lefty on. He's right-handed. That's good. All right, here's another one. Olson, right? Oh, wow, the optimizer is building what I'm saying. I like this. They put Westenberg in, put Olson there on the top. See this one? I can get behind this one. This one would be one I'd want to play. I like that one. I like Hayes. I like Henderson. I talked about, and I like Rushman. But if we wanted to get weird, we could probably switch out Rushman for Arnaud and make some moves here, and maybe we can get Santander in here over Rushman, or something. And you could do that too. So that's our Atlanta stacks that we kind of like. So our Dodgers are coming out the most. Any weird ones? Texas? You guys like Texas tonight? So let's look at some of those. Texas and Cubs, 2 stacks that we talked about. Bryce Miller against KC, that's probably okay. This cheap 5,600 guy, I like this. Irving and Brandon, both of those guys, 2 Texas. Garcia, Seager with 5 Cardinals. Cardinals do rate up there. I don't have them selected in the playbook, but they're a high stack in the rating category. They're not getting that much ownership, so that's not bad when some of these guys are in the single digits. But it's a 12 gamer. I wouldn't worry about ownership that much. So these are the double cheap pitchers with how the stacks look. Here's a White Sox Texas stack that we talked about. Seager, Lowe, Garver, Garcia, Jankowski, Jimenez, Makata, Sosa. Might be able to get Sosa, but he's cheap. He's real cheap. Why do you like the Braves and San Fran? Well, when they put up 27 runs tonight, we'll see who likes the Braves. Yeah, so if you notice the playbook, guys, these are the rankings. You see how Braves are farther down on this side for FanDuel than they are for this side? I like the Braves when the Braves are low owned, regardless of who they play. They have the most power bats in the league, and they have upside for DFS. That's why we like the Dodgers. That's why we like the Braves. So when you come over here and you go to players and you go to batters and you go to, why is this all oh, it's only picking the players in the build. Why can I get off? How do I get off the build? That sucks. I got to do a new build, don't I? Okay. Well, hang on. We'll just do a new build. Okay. Here we go. So we go to batters. We go to projection. I think I'm still sorting by the good projection. This is one thing I need to do. I need to redo this. Why this can't stay. Why that can't stay like that all the time with these filters. I got to figure that out. So if we go by team, where's my teams? We go by Atlanta. This is what I want to do anyways to show you guys before I go and build my lineups. This is what I want to do. Yeah, I don't on FanDuel they don't look as good. But yeah, so if we look at their ownership, boom. I mean, some of these guys might not even hit a percent owned. Ozuna can hit 2 homers in a game. He's been hot as hell. So you're telling me a guy that's 1%, 4,600 is not a terrible price. Yeah, they're priced up a little bit, but we have value. We have the White Sox. We have value pitchers that we like. We have those values that we can fit this stack in. Now, that's what I was telling you. I like this 3-man stack a little bit better, or playing down here and getting some of these cheaper Braves. But next team we go to, no, wrong button. No, the Dodgers. Totally missed them. What is going on with this thing? All right. Why do they have 47 people in? Why? Oh, because it still has Atlanta. Okay. So the Dodgers are getting a lot more ownership. So, tend to not like them as much when they're higher owned. I won 100K with the 8% or less Dodgers on an 8-game slate. So that they were kind of lower owned for an 8-game slate, and this was high dollar contest. So they're getting pricey, these guys, for that ownership. So it's not getting you that big of value, right? So, but you have these teams that you want to play, like White Sox. That are very cheap. I like these guys. They're batting fourth at 3,800. Vaughn 6,800 or 3,300. Tim Anderson in the position we hate to play, leading off at 3,000. Right, he's got some ownership, but if we combo this player with Acuna and Riley and Olsen, we have a very cheap stack, and you can play this Colas guy at 7, batting 7th for 5% owned. You got Sosa at second base for 2K. You literally could play those 3 guys in a 5-man stack of Braves. And it's really, guys, really it's about who pieces who together with, right? Like, what's the Braves' weakest spot, right? Second base, shortstop are 2 spots, right? Well, this is the best value at shortstop. This is a great value at second. And no one's playing this Yahoo. I mean, a little bit. But, like, he's not the best play, but he's viable at 2K. He's a good value play. Look at that value score. Boom. And you're just getting the stack. You're getting the correlation. So that's why we do that kind of stuff. So really, you want to play with teams that fit well. Like second base, Mookie can play with the Atlanta stack because it works. Because there's no second baseman right now for Atlanta. So, you add, second base. There's not, well, I mean, Nicky Lopez, but do we really want to play Nicky Lopez? I mean, he's got a freaking worse score than Sosa by almost almost a full point. I mean, Nicky Lopez hasn't done nothing. Not a guy I want to roster, especially at 3,200. I can eat the 2,000 all day. Look at that value. This value, no good. Okay, no good. So we need to find, if we play Atlanta stack, we need to find a second baseman. But you're right. There's a lot of other good stacks out there. All right. Lots of good stacks. Like Mookie's projected, Semien, Edmund, the St. Louis stacks. This game's projected pretty good. Phillies had decent weather. Mets had decent weather. Can't rule out a delay, though, in the Mets game. So we're pretty good. Texas wins out to the right. That might be a good stack like you guys were talking about. This game actually has some good win, though. Debating going to this game, actually. Okay, nice, Rob. don't know. Wind's blowing out, man. If the ball gets, I know that it impacts the wind, but man, a little extra breeze out if 20 miles an hour feels good to me. Remember that last time someone said 20-mile-an-hour winds at San Fran? It was a field day out there for Oakland, I think. All right, guys. Any more questions? Throw them in. We're getting down to 11 viewers, I think, in the chat. I don't see any questions coming in. Hit that like button on the way out. I got 20 minutes to go build lineups. I got to put some stuff on State Kings. Yeah. So if you have any questions, I'll take them before I jet. We built some lineups. We looked at a couple good ones. I might put that one in. Yeah, I'm getting a lot too. I think in our first build here, we ended up with we ended up getting a lot of St. Louis, 36 lineups of 100. So yeah, we're getting a lot of them. So when we go look at, I wish this was, I you know what? As many people hated the players thing before, where you could go to players and builds, right? Like, it's kinda sucks that you can't see the players. You can see them and they're just highlighted a different color, but it's just really wonky. I like seeing all the players. So if we go to St. Louis, and it does this every time. Like, why does it show these guys that are down here? Why is this guy projected at 0.12? Like, what the hell? All right, we're bereavement. Like, thanks for the update. All right, these are the main guys, obviously. But they're priced not bad. Tyler O'Neill, 3,500. I can get behind that. That's probably why you're getting a lot of him. Edmund leading off. He's better when he leads off. So that's a weak spot. Second and shortstop, probably. Well, more second than there's some big bats there, but second's usually a weak spot. Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldsmith are very high, but obviously we don't need pitchers because we just need the batters. Walker at 3,300 is a value play. I like him in the outfield. He's not getting as much ownership. So really the two top guys, Edmund and O'Neill, and then the stack's kind of low owned. I mean, so yeah. All right, guys, hit that like button on the way out. I'm about to end the stream. I got about 20 minutes to build my two lineups. Yeah, so any last minute questions, let me know, and then I'm going to hit end stream. Getting a lot of St. Louis. Clay, that's the last question of the day. Big ticket, man. I feel I don't want to lead you on to the Braves, but I really hope you didn't just jam in Braves. You might not have, which is fine. I think they're a little lower on the playbook. Guys, if you haven't checked out the playbook, subscribe to the playbook. Usually this is a lot longer. We like the double cheap guys today. We do like Strider if you can get them in, maybe 5 White Sox and then a couple of the medium bats like O'Neill. You can stack St. Louis White Sox and probably get those in. It's going to be very chalky, though. I think that'd be kind of like the optimal, I think. And yeah, Phillies are also low in team we didn't talk about too, but they have some power bats that you can get behind, and the weather's good there. So as always, guys, let's get it. Have a good night. Happy Friday. Talk to you over the weekend. I'll be in Discord, dropping the playbook as always. I got a busy weekend fixing fences. Tornadoes rip through shit. It's a mess here. Lights are still out. Power's out. My coffee shop's down. So for that information, hit the like button if you didn't already, and check out the playbook tomorrow. We'll be posting it. And let's get